Всем привет! Меня зовут Таня Бортник, я искусствовед, куратор, и я сейчас буду модерировать дискуссию, а потом чуть-чуть расскажу еще про себя. Я хотела пригласить сейчас художников, потому что нам нужно еще поговорить про людей, которые генерят весь этот классный креативный контент. И поэтому я хотела бы на сцену позвать художника и заместителя председателя правления Федерации креативных индустрий Веронику Пономареву. Oh, hello, sir. I'm good. Okay, so now it's time to say, I'll just introduce all the speakers. Here you are, guys. Okay, so here with us, you're actually doing it according to the plan. Okay. So here is the artist and the senior art director of Four Seasons Ramesh Gallery, Neel, Shukla. Yay! I'm ready to throw the jacket. And also with us, the internationally acclaimed artist, Mr. Dripping. The artist and curator, I have to invite the artist and curator of Abu Dhabi Art, Noor Ghanem Al Suwaidi. Can I invite you, please? Is Noor with us? Does anybody know that? Okay, anyway, and then I will also introduce Govind, and then if somebody will find Noor, then that will be cool. So this is Govind Shepley, the founder and creative director of 2106. So, guys, I will first talk about a bit about myself and what I do, and then we will all, talk about ourselves and what we do together. So, can I start with my presentation, please? Друзья, я куратор, это называется в музейном мире, но в принципе генерирую разный креативный кипиш разного уровня. Это я придумываю концепции всяких фестивалей, архитектурных сооружений и выставочных пространств, выставок, собственно говоря, как таковых. И конкретно музей NIMA, про который я сейчас расскажу, он откроется в следующем году в Москве. Я его главный куратор. И это музей «Культурная платформа». Он откроется на Покровке. И его... мне нужна тоже эта штука. Пока все могут явно перейти на Инстаграм, совершенно очевидно. Ребята, а можете просто... И там всего 5 слайдов. Yeah. Yay! So, it will be in Moscow at Barashevsky line, and it will open next year. So, the idea of this building and our concept is that we will showcase non-Eurocentric art. That is why it's so important for us to talk here. So, this is a very, weird specification, but the focus is that mostly when I can ask a random person about art, they would name 5 French impressionists, and then if I ask about a person from, name 5 artists from Africa or name 5 artists from, the Middle East, then a lot of people will not have an answer for that. So that's why we decided to here we are. Okay, so that's why we decided to showcase the art that nobody, at least in Russia, puts too much attention into. And also the second focus of this will be the different cultures of Russia. Here's the thing, in Russia, a lot of people do not know that there are a lot of cultures in Russia. And as well, for the whole world, this is also the case. So we will be showing, arts of different regions in Russia. And while we are not open, we are doing a lot of festivals and stuff. And like this summer, we will have a festival in Moscow, even 2 festivals in Moscow, basically. Я скажу это по-русски. У нас будет классный фестиваль в парке Горького, еще один классный фестиваль в парке искусств Малевич, который откроется в этом году. И все это будет проходить под платформой NIMA, которая дальше станет, классным местом в Москве. Это будет уже в следующем году. Вот. И здесь также я хотела бы рассказать про проект, который мы представляем на Экспо в соавторстве с Сергеем Колышевым. Спасибо огромное ему за приглашение. Мы придумали проект вместе со скульптором и художником Дашином Даковым, который также является и патроном музея NIMA. Он называется Beetle Connection. И это история про взаимосвязь между процессом созидания и самим художником, которая выражена через природные паттерны, которые представлены в скульптурной форме. Если кратко, это серия скульптур весьма китчевого характера, которая придумана для того, чтобы поговорить про взаимодействие между разными культурами, которые переходят границы, и очень легко это делает, а именно это природные паттерны, которых они вообще никаким образом не касаются. Вот. Они очень яркие, это эскизы скульптур, а будут они выполнены в эмали, в пластике, в ярких цветах, и они дополнят яркость будущего павильона России на Экспо 2020. So, sorry for speaking in all kinds of languages, actually. Now I will be talking to my great guests, and which are all artists in different absolutely domains. So maybe we can start with Вероника. Вероника, вы как художник, мне очень интересен аспект того, насколько искусство в России и искусство в его восприятии интернациональном отличаются друг от друга, и что мы можем дать международному контексту с точки зрения искусства.
Всем добрый день. Конечно же, когда мы говорим о российском искусстве в контексте мирового искусства, мы должны констатировать такой печальный факт, что мы находимся не в самом, скажем так, трендовом положении. Да? Мы самый знаменитый российский художник, самый дорогой, так скажем, это еще художник, который постсоветский. Ну, я не говорю сейчас про самые последние цифровые прорывы, да, я говорю про вот большое мировое искусство изобразительное, да, Илья Кабаков. Мы, к сожалению, не создаем трендов и тенденций во многих областях креативных индустрий. Не создаем их в изобразительном искусстве, и в дизайне, и в архитектуре и в многих других направлениях, в моде. Есть отдельные прорывы, но если говорить о тенденции, конечно, нам очень важно понять принцип, где мы можем черпать вот это вот самое чистое вдохновение и предвидеть тренды, создавать тенденции, а не следовать за ними. И для художника художник, собственно, и призван предчувствовать эти тенденции и сохранять свое, скажем, видение, сознание в чистоте для того, чтобы транслировать смыслы. Я как раз не согласна с некоторыми спикерами, которые говорили про то, что любое творчество, любое искусство должно быть обязательно монетизировано. Да? Есть большое количество художников, которые творят ради чего-то другого, не ради денег. Ну, здесь нужно разделять, конечно, творчество и креативные индустрии. Я в том числе, я по основной своей профессии художник и всю жизнь занимаюсь изобразительным искусством. Я художник главных российских галерей, я участник Венецианского биеннале современного искусства. И как художник работаю в разных креативных индустриях. И здесь я представляю в том числе Федерацию креативных индустрий и организацию, которая управляет коллективными правами художников, скульпторов и всех тех, кто создает, собственно, контент визуальный. Защита авторских прав художника очень важна, потому что художник, собственно, находится в центре композиции любой креативной индустрии. И изобразительное искусство сейчас — это самый серый рынок из всех других рынков креативных. То есть если мы в кино научились защищать права, если мы научились защищать их в издательской деятельности, научились защищать права музыкантов, то права художников, к сожалению, мы еще не защищаем так, как хотелось бы. И я вот хочу в двух словах рассказать о важном проекте, который мы готовим и в ближайшее время анонсируем его создание. Это платформа на базе технологии блокчейн, но она именно призвана поженить вот эти два мира. Это мир искусства и мир технологий. То есть мир искусства, я имею в виду не цифровое искусство, а искусство, которое уже создано, существует в материальном, скажем, носителях, да, материальных, на холстах, в скульптуре, да, фотографии. Человечество накопило огромное количество предметов искусства, но мы не знаем зачастую провинанса, то есть историю происхождения этого предмета, не можем определить подлинность, не можем на старте определить стоимость, не можем определить стоимость, когда приходит время наследовать эти произведения искусства. И это огромный пул проблем, я уже не говорю про транспортные, про разницу юрисдикции, когда мы перевозим предметы искусства из страны в страну. И платформа, которую мы намерены создать, это очень удобный сервис для художников и для всех креаторов, которые создают предметы искусства, где можно получить идентификационный номер, выполнив двухфакторную идентификацию и зарегистрировать свое произведение, и оно появится в базе российской международной, и дальше можно будет уже отслеживать всю историю происхождения. Еще важный такой момент, да, художники, они по закону должны получать при повторной перепродаже своего произведения авторские отчисления. К сожалению, это правило никогда не исполняется, именно потому что у нас серый рынок, и все сделки, они закрыты, серые. Кто купил, что купил, кого купил, за сколько купил, как правило, мы этого не знаем. И это вопрос ближайшего будущего, когда нужно это направление открывать, делать максимально открытым и прозрачным для того, чтобы оно развивалось и давало в том числе динамику роста молодым художникам, которые не могут получить признание, не могут выйти на арт-рынок. Спасибо большое.
Спасибо большое. Ну, на самом деле, NFT-токенизация, она же по этому пути идет. Идея, собственно говоря, во многом, в том числе, чтобы создать уникальный сертификат, правильно?
Да, но пока что это не работает в смысле уже существующих произведений. Вот, скажем, есть картина, которая создана, там, не знаю, 10 лет назад, 7 лет назад, и мы не знаем, то есть она нигде никак не зарегистрирована, мы не знаем точно, кто ее автор, или даже знаем предположительно. Ну, то есть огромная база, которую нам еще предстоит цифровизировать. То есть это, я не говорю сейчас про цифровое искусство. Конечно, цифровое искусство, там все максимально просто и прозрачно. Все сейчас говорят об NFT, но почему-то мало кто думает о том, что нам делать с тем, что уже накоплено и существует, уже создано.
Здорово. Но на самом деле, это, мне кажется, это попытка решить какую-то гигантскую глобальную проблему, которую мы все точно совершенно знаем, про серость арт-рынка, особенно российского арт-рынка. Так что спасибо большое за эту инициативу. Мне кажется, что это необходимость просто.
Да, я приглашаю всех, кому эта тема интересна. После дискуссии не буду занимать ваше время, а обсудить уже кулуарно. Я, может быть, больше деталей дам по этому проекту в личной беседе.
Okay, so Veronica was just talking about artists' rights that are not always sometimes they are overlooked in Russia, and so that's why this perfect lady is trying to save the artists and, you know, talk about the copyrights that they should be preserved. So thank you to you a lot. Please, Neel, as an artist and also as an art director of a gallery, can we have a little discussion about what art means, but also maybe it can mean even something more than art, more than just beautiful stuff that we look at and appreciate?
Is there a video or?
If there is, if you have
Yeah,
a video, then there should be a video. Yep.
Thank you.
Good morning, Russia Creates. Thank you very much for adding me to your amazing forum. I'm so excited to show you all the different things I create in my art studio. Starting off with this beautiful all-steel 316 raindrop sculpture has been created for a client of mine. Good morning, Russia Creates. Thank you very much for adding me to your amazing forum. I'm so excited to show you all the different things I create in my art studio. Starting off with this beautiful all steel 316 raindrop sculpture has been created for a client of mine whose home is in Basha, and this is going to be transported very soon to his home. For the past 20 years, I came to Dubai with only ambition in my pocket, nothing else. And I was surrounding myself with people who are really true to what they believe in, and I'm true to what I believe in, my creativity, my skill. And I worked hard to achieve that. And I've been fortunate to just come to this point in my life and showcase and show you what I'm creating and what I'm doing. So in the next few minutes, you're going to be seeing all the different various things I've worked on. The W in the palm, a flying octopus sculpture which is being produced at the moment for the 8 on the palm. I worked in the Broken House, Four Seasons, Sheraton Grand, and numerous projects here. Also in Rwanda, in Paris, at the moment working in Belarus. So many different things happening in our studio. Most importantly, last year in the height of the pandemic, I was so honored and privileged to assist my buddy, amigo, Sister Jaffrey, in the humanity-inspired project. We started off as a very noble project, and Sasha created by himself a painting which is 17,000 square feet of the world's largest painting. And just 10 days ago, 2 weeks ago, it sold out for $64 million. I mean, unbelievable. We've given this money to UN, UNESCO, Dubai Cares, Global Gift, and Harmony House. Millions of children, at least thousands of children all over the world are going to be benefiting from this incredible money that we have raised, and I'm so honored and proud to be part of that. So this is my ultimate contribution to creating something amazing during the pandemic, and I get goosebumps just thinking about that. And so this is my world. Welcome and welcome to my art studio anytime, and very happy and privileged to be part of Russia Creates. Thank you, ciao, and namaste.
So I'm gonna keep it very informal, and I was gonna say some things and I completely changed my mind. It's life, it happens. So I'm standing in front of you in this ballroom. As a creative person, I came to Dubai 20 years ago with only one thing, ambition in my pocket, nothing else. I had like a couple $100, nothing else. And it just led to a very creative journey, and I started doing hotels all over the world. I've actually done this hotel also. I've done the entire artwork, all the sculptures in the entire hotel. But I don't want to talk about that. What I want to talk about is this ballroom. I want to talk about looking at you guys. I've never been in a group of Russians in my life who are so passionate about creativity and being so, giving us a chance to talk at this moment. 11 months ago, I was in a similar ballroom in Atlantis. And my friend, Sasha Jaffrey, started a very noble project to create a painting. And that painting was supposed to be one of very unique things to bring money to charity, to help kids who are suffering COVID during the worst pandemic of humanity in 2020. It turned out to be my 11-month journey with Sasha Jaffrey. I became the entire backbone of the project. I worked so hard to make sure the project continues and fosters and becomes something unique. 2 weeks ago, that painting sold for a record $64 million. And all the proceeds of that go to charity to help kids, millions of kids all over the world from this money. What I want to say, that ballroom brought me that incredible experience. So I'm thinking, I'm looking at you in this ballroom. Are we going to raise $100 million from today's onwards? I don't know. I might meet one person over here, Mark, maybe you, I don't know, that we might go on a creative journey together, because we are here to exchange energies. We are all made of energy, all of us in this room, and that's what makes us unique. We are humans, and that's how we connect. So I have a creative energy in me, and you all have a very unique energy in me. So I hopefully can connect with somebody in this room, and maybe we'll make something beautiful, not just to sell, but to make a difference in the world, to humanity, and to ourselves. I think that's the way creativity works, and that's the way you got to take it. You got to be true to yourself, create something because you love it, you enjoy it, and it's part of your journey. So that's all I want to say. Russia Creates, let's be together in this journey together, okay? Thank you.
I mean, let's talk to a guy who is creating something that he loves and enjoys and earns money with it. So, dear, can you lead us a bit through what you do, why you do it, and what's the fun of it?
Okay. Let me, I got to go play, right?
Yeah, wait a bit, and then we go play. We were actually just talking that the best thing that Mark could do is actually, you know, do a painting in front of us, but we'll look at a video.
Hello, my name is Mark Rios, but I'm more known as Mr. Dripping. It's not really Mr. Dripping, but when I was in Los Angeles, a lot of people started saying like, oh, the dripping guy, because the technique I use is very like obvious as a dripping, so I end up doing the name MR, which is Mark Rios Dripping. It's like, that was like the artistic name for since that moment. But talking about my art and what I do, I didn't even like expect to be doing what I'm doing today, and it all started like just with a vision or a dream, a way to. I'm into painting since I'm a kid, and I always was creating or painting. It didn't matter which was the medium to use it, but. In some point, I just saw something beautiful, that it was like just painting floating in the air, and it was like without a canvas or anything. And for me, I just started like playing with the dripping, and I love Jackson Pollock's work. I learned a lot from him, and then just studying his technique and trying to make that vision I had happening. I just started practicing and trying to bring that abstract dripping, or whatever it looks like is going to be abstract, to something very controlled and very figurative. So that was like, of course, playing with different kind of paints and trying to find the best way to have the texture and the elasticity in order to make it like as I wanted. But at the end, like, what I do today and where I want to go with it is to what actually Neel was saying, was his experience. It's I just discover through this journey by like going, traveling and painting and showing what I do live, that I have the connection with the people that is watching and that sees my art, and that moment is an experience that it just. It's emotions. So for me, it's not just being an artist and painting an artwork. Is whenever I have to create a piece, I try to connect with the client. I try to create something that is gonna be very, emotional for him, because I do it from scratch. It's just I put the canvas and then I create it. So what we saw in that video is a painting I did for Lojane. And it's exactly that, just bringing the experience and the creation part with the client, and then or with an audience, because I did many times as well with a lot of people, and just sharing that part and giving that to them in a way that is going to be a memory, is going to be something that, of course, if it's something that is for you, it's going to touch you, and it's, at the end when you have it in your house, is just, you know, you were part of that process, and that's where I think, and that my work, it's special. It's just because also it makes me happy to do it when I see those reactions, and when I can connect with the clients, that eventually most of them end up being friends, or they end up like being someone that I was like admiring, like a celebrity, and I can, you know, have opportunity to just be painting for that person. So those things, it's just, I'm grateful for it, and I'm just gonna keep trying to just do the experiences and bring the emotions with what I do with everybody. And I'm happy to be part of this and being here with you guys and just share my story.
That is inspiring. And also I think that this is an amazing way, like when you get an art object in this particular matter, you will never forget it, right? So it is already part of your life and of your heart and of the experience that you had and you shared together. So is it correct that you will be presented in Dubai now, in Neel's gallery, is that correct? Or is it a secret?
I don't know.
Oh my God, maybe that was a secret. Oh my God, sorry.
Yeah. Thank you.
Cool. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
So we will also talk a bit about art and design with Govind, if that's okay with you. So Govind creates interior designs and talks to people through this art. And for me, for example, the differentiation between art and design is always very interesting, and we're right now kind of somewhere in the middle. So maybe you could tell us a bit about how design can be more than design. It can be something more.
Yeah, I did have a video. I'm not sure if it's relevant.
As you wish, sir.
Hello all, my name is Govind Shepley and I'm the founder and creative director of 2106. We are an interior design agency focusing on hospitality design, in particular restaurants, bars and hotels. I'd like to say a huge thank you for inviting us to Russia Creates, and it's a pleasure to be part of this amazing event. Interior designers are artists that play with the boundaries of art and science to help create an experience for an interiors. Guess it just doesn't want to work.
Mm-hmm.
We can carry on anyway.
Maybe you can just continue on that part.
Well, it's funny enough being on a stage with 3 artists. Actually, I was actually an artist before, back in London, but an unsuccessful artist. I had my first 2 shows, but it just wasn't working out. Wasn't making enough money to live, having to travel an hour and a half a day to get to work and everything like that. Plus, I was actually quite budding in the interiors career. But what I found was the transitional kind of part of it, and the fact that actually with art has helped me kind of understand the storytelling of interior design. When we create restaurants and bars, it's all about giving that experience. It's all about the emotion that you feel within those spaces. And it's creating those concepts within that space and kind of pushing those boundaries of how do you feel within that? How do you kind of get a guest to kind of understand the experience? How do they feel about their space and their awareness within that? So yeah, so it kind of went from understanding artwork and then actually not being as successful to that, but being quite a good interior designer and good understanding of experience. And over the last 2 years, I've just recently started my own practice, and we've been creating kind of a lot of restaurants, bars within the UAE, as well as with it outside hotels as well. And unfortunately, the video would have shown one of the Russian bars that we are creating with Russia Creates, a crab sheet concept. So unfortunately, we can't see that. But through my experience of interior design, you get to meet a lot of different professionals. So again, working with artists, working with digital artists, working with concept creators, and again, Russian chefs. And what we've seen a lot with Russian concepts at the moment is the innovation that's coming out at the moment. And it's been really kind of a positive kind of look and feel on that idea. So I think through that, yeah.
Yeah, and also the crab and chick restaurant that Govind is referring to will actually be part of the expo and, that will be here in the autumn. So you all have a chance to look at the creation. And it is absolutely unique because it's also working with the Russian imagery. Is that correct?
Yeah, so taking on the understanding of the architecture, understanding of the branding, again, working with digital artists to kind of bring that to life and bring it to their forefront. So working with Russians to understand their concept, not to reinterpret it my way, but to understand what they're looking for, understand what their vision is, and creating a concept around that. And yeah, so taking on that emotion through that space.
So we all have a chance to see it, actually. And now, guys, we have 3 more minutes of our session, and I have just a little surprise before the end, because Mr. Neel, you actually were part of creating this exact hotel. Maybe you can spend these 3 minutes to talk about this a bit.
So, okay, this hotel, I'm going to stand because I've been sitting and my legs are killing me. So the hotel is always an experience, a journey that you have to take. It's a storytelling. So when a visitor is going anywhere in interiors, you want to be going on a beautiful journey, and the journey to the hotel is about motion, waves, and oceans. So if you go to the hotel lobby and the areas, you're going to realize there are waves going everywhere. And you'll always, now I'm telling you this, you're going to see the hotel in a very different way. The moment you step out of this ballroom, look at the chandelier, it's all about waves. So every single hotel that I worked on, well, I tried to create an amazing journey and experience. And this is all about that. The creative people have to give everybody a beautiful experience. And this is what we're doing, all of us, in our lives, creating experiences. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Я бы хотела еще сказать несколько слов, потому что, мне кажется, немного за упокой начала свое выступление. Здесь много слов прозвучало про мультидисциплинарность, про глобальное объединение культур. Но я бы очень хотела, чтобы мы на секундочку задумались, да, что мы проснемся однажды в глобальном одинаковом мире, где не будет разницы, культурных разниц, да. И мне кажется, что это не то, к чему мы на самом деле хотим стремиться, потому что вот в этой цветущем многообразии, в национальной культуре, в том числе, которую мы должны сохранять как творцы, как креаторы, и черпать в ней вдохновение, именно в ней мы можем найти те жемчужины, которые мы можем принести в мир, да, и подарить вот в это прекрасное ожерелье, красивое мира, да. Поэтому очень важно нам, как творцам, мне кажется, не забывать и сохранять вот этот баланс между стремлением гармонично объединять, точнее, между стремлением глобально объединять культуры, да, и нужно верить обязательно в свое происхождение, помнить культуру, в которой мы выросли и родились, она у нас действительно великая, и мы можем многое оттуда взять и подарить будущему миру. Спасибо большое.
Спасибо большое. Ну, мне кажется, это классная нота, что надо праздновать то, какие мы все разные здесь сегодня собрались, правильно? И это кайфово. Thank you so much, guys, for this. Let's have a great evening.